Trump just caught an Obama operative lurking in his house and makes him pay for sick thing he did. It goes without saying that the Obama administration was incredibly corrupt. Barack Obama and all that surrounded him were people that hardly ever acted in America's best interests. Thankfully, after years of America being held hostage by these socialist elites, Donald Trump was elected as president. However, many of Obama's operatives are still deep in the White House. Over the last 6 months, Trump and his team have been draining the swamp of these traitors to the country, and now they just found another one. After Donald Trump was elected as president, he stated that he believed that he had been wiretapped. Of course, the left laughed this off, saying that Trump was delusional and was mentally unsound. However, after a few short months, it was revealed that Trump was indeed spied on by members of Obama's administration. Former National Security Advisor Susan Rice was implicated as the person responsible for unmasking the identities of multiple Trump presidential campaign workers and transition team. Now, Ben Rhodes, who worked closely with Susan Rice, has been named as a person of interest in this growing investigation. In a letter to the National Security Agency, House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes has requested officials to provide details on any unmaskings requested by Rhodes between January 1, 2016 to January 20, 2017, congressional sources said. Sarah A. Carter from Circa wrote the stunning details. Former Obama White House National Security Advisor Ben Rhodes is now emerging as a person of interest in the House Intelligence Committee's unmasking investigation, according to a letter sent Tuesday by the committee to the National Security Agency, NSA. This adds Rhodes to the growing list of top Obama government officials who may have improperly unmasked Americans in communications intercepted overseas by the NSA, Circa has confirmed. The House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes, RCA, sent a letter to the National Security Agency requesting the number of unmaskings made by Rhodes from January 1, 2016 to January 20, 2017, according to congressional sources who spoke with Circa. Rhodes, who worked closely with former National Security Advisor Susan Rice and was a former Deputy National Security Advisor for Strategic Communications for President Obama, became a focus of the committee during its review of classified information to assess whether laws were broken regarding NSA-intercepted communications of President Trump, members of his administration and other Americans before and after the election, according to congressional officials. The committee is requesting that the NSA deliver the information on Rhodes by August 21. Former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Samantha Power, Rice and former CIA Director John Brennan have all been named in the House Intelligence Committee's investigation into the unmasking of Americans. A letter sent last week from Nunes to Dan Coats, the Director of National Intelligence, suggested that top Obama aides made hundreds of unmasking requests during the 2016 presidential elections. The story, which was first reported by The Hill last week, stated that the requests were made without specific justifications as to why the unmasking was necessary. Rice and Brennan have confirmed they sought the unredacted names of Americans in NSA-sourced intelligence reports but insisted their requests were routine parts of their work and had no nefarious intentions. Power also has the legal authority to unmask officials, though the practice has not reportedly been common for someone in her position. Rhodes also had the legal authority to unmask Americans in NSA-sourced intelligence reports. But intelligence and congressional sources question the extent of the unmasking. If you have not been keeping count, Rhodes is the fourth person from the Obama administration to be officially named a person of interest in this investigation. At this time, the House Intelligence Committee is investigating to see if any laws were broken by Rhodes or anyone else. As previously mentioned, Susan Rice is currently under investigation, as well as former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Samantha Power and ex-CIA Director John Brennan. Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats wrote a letter last week to Representative Nunes, a California Republican, claiming that the Obama administration had requested hundreds of unmaskings during the contentious 2016 election. Nunes wrote, We have found evidence that current and former government officials have easy access to U.S. person information and that it is possible that they use this information to achieve partisan political purposes, including the selective, anonymous leaking of such information. Now, it is important to note that Rhodes did have the authority as Deputy National Security Advisor to order the unmaskings. However, it does set a dangerous precedent. Private citizens' privacy was clearly violated, and for what is not entirely clear. As Americans, we have the right to our privacy, and also a Fourth Amendment to protect us from unlawful searches and seizures. If the Obama administration had questions about Trump's transition team, there must have been a better way to acquire that information. Though while there are more questions than answers, one thing is abundantly clear. All of the leftover Obama administration holdovers should be fired before more damage can occur. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.